Ever notice how people get so weird about money? Like, it's this thing, this taboo subject. Everybody's got an opinion, but nobody wants to actually talk about it, you know?
It's so true. And this book, Money Magic, it like dives right into that weirdness. It says we've been looking at money, well, the wrong way this whole time.
Okay, all right, I'm intrigued. What's the wrong way, according to this money magic?
Most of us, we see money as this very grounded thing, right?
Yeah.
Stable, like physical coins, stuff you can hold on to.
Yeah, okay, I'm guilty of that. Big old treasure chest, that's my image for money. Not exactly subtle.
Exactly. But this book, Money Magic, it's saying we should be thinking about money as air, which, by the way, is ruled by Mercury.
Error. Whoa, okay. This isn't your typical financial advice, that's for sure. So what's the connection? Why air?
Think about it. How many times have you seen a project just totally stall out so nobody's talking to each other? Or an opportunity vanishes because everyone got bogged down in the planning. That's that Earth's energy, see?
Yeah.
Slow, dense. But money is air. That's movement. It's communication. It's quick exchanges. It's about being adaptable, about grabbing those opportunities as they pop up.
So not hoarding it like a dragon, but keeping it moving, like making it work for you.
Precisely. The book actually uses a really interesting example. Imagine you're at the beach, right? You've got people embodying all those different elemental energies.
Yeah, I'm picturing it. Got my sun, my sand, my waves. Who are my players?
So you'll have someone meticulously building a sandcastle, right? That's earth energy, super focused on creating something tangible. Then there's the person just floating in the waves, letting their emotions flow, right? That's water, fire, that could be the group playing volleyball, all competitive and driven. And that one person effortlessly moving between groups, telling stories, laughing, connecting with everyone, that's air.
And that's the energy we want to tap into when it comes to money.
Exactly. Think about how that air person operates. They're not afraid to talk to anyone. They see connections where other people don't. Always adapting to the flow of the conversation. That. Money's drawn to that.
This is kind of brilliant. I'm already picturing myself as that air person, except instead of stories, I'm trading ideas, skills, things that lead to abundance.
That's the spirit. It's all about realizing that money, it's attracted to a certain mindset, a certain way of moving through the world, you know?
This is seriously making me rethink my whole relationship with money. It's not about holding on tight. It's more about understanding its nature, working with it, not against it.
And that's where the real magic starts to happen.
So we're talking about seeing money as this adaptable, communicative element like air, but there's this whole other side to it, isn't there? What about the fear that comes up around money?
Oh, absolutely. That fear. This book, it argues that's like the #1 enemy of money magic. When we're coming from a place of scarcity, of fear, we actually block abundance from flowing.
Makes sense. It's like when you want something so badly, you end up completely messing it up. But how do we actually break free from those fear-based blocks?
This is where it gets interesting. Money magic, it suggests we face those fears head on, but with a twist. Ever heard of using laughter to banish negative energy?
Whoa, hold on. So you're telling me if I laugh at my worst money fear, poof, it's gone.
It sounds kind of wild, but it's really about shifting your perspective. So picture this. You're facing your biggest money fear. Maybe it's that credit card debt or the thought of losing your job. Got it. Now make that fear huge. Exaggerate it. Make it ridiculous.
Okay, I'm picturing the repo man showing up, but instead of a tow truck, he's on a unicycle juggling rubber chickens.
There you go. See? It's all about finding the humor in it, bringing those fears out into the open.
Instead of letting those what-if thoughts spiral.
Exactly. The book's saying when you can actually laugh at those fears, you take away their power. They can't control you anymore.
This is definitely not your average financial advice, but I gotta say, I'm starting to get it. It's about changing the whole script in our heads. Fear. Out with fear, in with a more playful energy, optimistic.
And that shift in energy, that's what attracts abundance. Don't forget, we're playing with air here. Adaptability, communication, being open to unexpected opportunities.
Speaking of air, gotta ask about Mercury, right? He's the ruler of all that. How's he fit into this money magic?
Mercury, oh, he's our secret weapon, God of communication, travel, commerce, all about keeping things moving, including money.
Okay, yeah, I'm getting this image of Mercury as this fast-talking deal maker, the friend who can talk their way into any concert,
You got it. And working with Mercury, it's not about planning every little thing. It's way more about being curious, being adaptable, and spotting those connections between things that seem, at first, totally random.
So less time with spreadsheets, more time out in the world, having new experiences.
Exactly. The book even gives some really specific ways to tap into this mercurial energy, like, get this, reading.
Reading. Wait, how does that bring in the duh? I mean, I love a good book, but...
Oh, it's not about what you read specifically. It's
Okay.
the act itself, engaging your mind, taking in new information, making those connections. The book actually suggests reading for like 8 minutes at a time.
8. Why 8?
Eight's one of those magical numbers, see? It corresponds with Mercury. So by doing these little symbolic things, you're aligning yourself with that energy, inviting it in.
Numerology. I love it. It's like every symbol, every little action is like adding another layer to this money magic spell.
You got it. And it's not just reading. We've got color, orange, wordplay, rhymes even. It's about getting creative, finding ways to invite that abundance energy in.
This is seriously making me rethink like my whole approach to money, you know? It's not about forcing things to happen. It's about creating the right environment for abundance, setting the stage, letting the universe do its thing.
Exactly. And that leads us to another really powerful idea from money magic. We've been on this whole thing about money being energy, right?
Yeah.
That air element. Well, money magic, it goes a step further. It's like, okay, what does it even mean to like embody abundance?
Embody abundance? Okay, I like the sound of that. But how do we actually do that? Especially, you know, when we're still working towards our goals, it's so easy to get stuck in that not enough feeling.
Oh, it's such a trap, right? We look at our bank balance, and that's how we measure abundance.
Yeah.
Instead of looking, well, inward,
Right.
one thing this book talks about, it's actually pretty simple. Gratitude.
Like a gratitude list. Isn't that a little, I don't know, too simple? Like something you see on a motivational poster.
Don't knock it till you try it, right?
Right.
It's not just about, like, ticking off things you're thankful for. It's a whole energy shift. Think about it. When you focus on what you don't have, you're sending this message out to the universe. Hey, I don't have enough. But focus on what you do have, even the little things. That's a whole different vibe.
So I should be grateful for, like, my morning coffee, my cat's weird thing for sleeping in boxes.
Why not?
Okay.
Seriously. It's about recognizing the abundance that's already there. Those little skills you have, the people in your life, those moments that bring you joy, those are all forms of wealth. When you appreciate them, you start to embody that abundance from the inside out.
Like we're training our minds to see the wealth we do have instead of freaking out about some number in our bank account.
Exactly. And that's what attracts even more abundance. There's this cool thought experiment in the book. Imagine money as a person. What kind of person would they be drawn to?
Ooh, I like that. Okay, so if money were a person, they'd be adventurous, for sure. Full of ideas, always down to try new things. Definitely not the type to sit at home stressing about every penny.
Bingo. Money, that air element, it's drawn to energy, movement, generosity. It wants to be around people who are excited about life, who share their gifts, who are open to receiving.
This deep dive has been amazing. I feel like we've been given this whole new language to talk about money, one that goes way beyond, like, just our bank accounts.
That's the power of money magic, you know?
Yeah.
It's not about some get-rich-quick scheme. It's about transforming our whole relationship with money from the inside out, realizing that abundance isn't something we chase, it's something we cultivate.
So to everyone listening, if any of this resonated, don't just let it float away, all right? Maybe this got your wheels turning. If that's you, dive in, check out Money Magic, try some of these things out, see what happens.
Because true abundance, it's not about how much you have, it's how much you appreciate, how freely you give, and how open you are to receiving all the abundance that's already out there.